All right, guys, it's Angelo Christian here with Mortgage University. Today we're going to be interviewing some of our top producing team members. And, you know, the reason why we're shooting this video, we just released Mortgage University, our platform, online real estate and finance training education. And these are some of the people that are on the team that I've worked with one-on-one and closely with developing them. And you're going to hear their story. And I didn't pay them to come on here and talk. You know, it's totally real and legit. But I just want you, anyone that's out there that's wanting to change their life, and you know, go and that's curious about real estate or lending and mortgages, and they don't know where to go. A lot of people are lost, and this is a great platform, a phenomenal thing that will literally change your life if you embrace the information and you apply it. Okay, whether you work for my company, you go and you work for another company, it's totally cloud-based. And one of the benefits of working here is that we can actually train with you and work with you directly. But even if you're not working under me, you can take this platform and train anywhere from your phone, from your computer. If you work for another bank, we have another bank that's testing this right now, Regions Bank. And so it's a really cool platform to teach you from the beginning. We take people that have no industry experience and teach them how to become a top producing multi-million-dollar loan originator. And so it teaches you how to close deals, how to overcome objections, how to pre-qualify FHA, USDA, VA loans, how to do a construction loan. These are very complicated processes that take usually several years of experience. And we have people that have been in the industry like DeAndre for 3 months that can now basically talk about USDA and FHA and how to process those loans. And so we're just gonna kind of go around the table and hear what they're talking about and their story, why they joined, what they're going through, their experience, and what you can kind of expect if you join the Mortgage University platform. So DeAndre, we'll start with you. If you don't mind, just kind of sharing a little bit about yourself and why you're here, what you've been going through, and what you've learned.
Basically, like you said, I've been in business for about 3 months, since about July. I've learned definitely a lot. When I first came in, it was a lot to learn and a bit of a learning curve. But as I'm getting through watching Mortgage University, I found out a lot about the business. I've learned how to process USDA loans, construction loans. I've actually closed about 3 to 5 loans now with my short time in being here and this month. So everything is going pretty good. I feel like I've learned a lot, and I just want to continue to work, continue to learn, continue to better myself, and help my team members any way I can.
Okay. Now, before this, you were in the car industry?
Correct. I was in the car industry.
Now, why did you want to get into like real estate and lending and stuff like that?
I have an aunt who's been in the mortgage business. She was in it before the crash, so she's been in there for about 20 years.
Okay.
And she told me a lot about it. She said definitely it's a lot of money here. It's a lot to learn, and it's a lifelong lesson. Once you learn mortgages, you learn how to do a lot of financing. You kind of learn how to better your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately that's kind of one thing that triggered me, because I really wanted to better my life and set to the next level. And I definitely think that this is pointing me in that direction, is getting me to that point.
Okay, awesome, and that's really cool. Now, for the next 12 months, what do you think that you're going to earn as far as from the income standpoint?
Well, goal is to at least get about $100,000.
Wow,
that's the goal.
Have you ever made that much money before in your life?
No, never made that much.
And you have a fiance?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
And you also, I guess, if you made that kind of income, you've also talked about buying a house.
Right. So. And I definitely want to look at buying a house roughly close to about June, July. That's the goal. And definitely the more income I get, the better house I want to get.
Right.
And the type of houses I want, I think really can kind of come into fruition and be there for me when I'm ready to buy.
Right. Okay, well that's awesome, man. So it's a really cool story to see that somebody that came from a different industry, and they felt like they were kind of captive on what they could do.
Right.
And now here, you kind of, let the floodgates open, and you can realize more of your full potential, and literally change your life. It opens up you to take care of your daughter, provide for your future wife, and get in a home. So it's really cool, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, for sure. All right, Danny. Danny's actually, he's been with us for about a year now, and he started as like a junior assistant and has moved up to like a sales manager position. And so if you don't mind kind of talking about, because you've actually been through some rough times, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we all go through our journeys. I think our backgrounds shape a lot of, who we are and our motivations, our drives, from the day to day. But coming in, learning under, you, Angelo, and then of course Mortgage University, just the whole experience has been just dramatically life-changing. I mean, I went from, making, almost nothing, working throughout most of my younger life, and coming in here and almost, 10xing my income right off the bat. I mean, within the first few months, I shattered all kinds of records, and I mean, it was amazing. It was life-changing. Bought a new house in January, bought a new car in December, and
a motorcycle.
Yeah, bought a new motorcycle a couple months back, and I'm financially to the point where I can buy pretty much whatever I want, and not really, have any kind of worry as far as, am I going to be able to pay the bills next month? But it wouldn't have been possible if I wasn't on this platform, being able to do, what I'm doing right now, helping the branch produce, and then of course, doing my production as well. But it's all because of this, this platform.
I would also add to that, you're a very hard worker.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, you have to, because it teaches you, yes, what to do. I mean, that's one of the things that I think that is really important here, that you have something that a year ago that can never be taken away now. You have that knowledge. So see, the thing is, if you know how to sell, and if you know how to sell high ticket items like a mortgage, you're never going to go broke.
Yeah.
And so that's something that you have very valuable information that can help, to propel you. Because imagine, like, you've been here in a year, imagine where you can be in another year from now.
Oh man.
I mean, you have 2018, you have the next year to look forward to. And so, it's a really cool thing when you stop and think about it. And a lot of times we're not really reflective on where you were 3 months ago, where you were 6 months ago, where you were 2 weeks ago, and what you learned today. And so, because we keep go, but you're accumulating all this wealth of knowledge. And remember, the more that you learn, the more you're going to earn. And so, and I think that, yes, the platform is here, but one thing is that it doesn't matter what platform you're training on, if you don't apply it and you're not dedicated, you don't work hard, then it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
So, all right, next up is my man, Elmer Salazar. Elmer, if you don't mind, kind of just, tell us a little about yourself and what, why you're working with the company, and, the good, the bad, the ugly. Man.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I first started, I knew nothing about mortgages. Basically, I had been in sales for 5 to 7 years, and mortgages was completely different from any other sales. I mean, you go into a sales position and you kind of, pick up the training for a couple of weeks, and then you're off to sell. Well, with mortgages, it was intense. I mean, you were studying 8 hours a day for months at end before you actually really grasped a lot of the knowledge. But Mortgage University was able to help me understand such a big complex thing like mortgages, and kind of dumb it down in a sense where I could understand it and get the guidelines. And I'm still learning, actually. I still go into Mortgage University and brush up on my skills. And so what I really liked about the platform is that it basically takes, like you said, anybody that has zero experience and kind of builds them up from the ground up. And so in the short amount of time that I've been here, I've been able to close $1 million in sales in 1 month, knowing nothing, just from complete zero. I'd never been able to save $10,000 in my bank, and I was able to do it here at this job. And so, it's been life changing, honestly.
No, we got to get you to save $100,000.
Now I got to get to $100,000. Yeah.
No, well, that's one of the things that. So just, you guys have probably done some research on me before you check this out. I've trained like over 187 people for the loan officer position, and a lot of them have gone on to be extremely successful, and some people are even earning 7 figures. And so that is something that can really happen. Is that should be your next goal, is to save $100,000.
Right.
you're in a time right now in history where there's an abundance of opportunity, and you have very valuable information. You have, you're inundated with leads all day, and it's just a matter of filtering through that and building up your pipeline. And so, I totally think that you could do that. Because the amount of transactions that you're processing, and the fact that you've gotten so well at knowing how to structure a loan. And I think that one of the things that he was mentioning is a mortgage is very complex, and it's not just about selling the loan. There's also the structuring piece, because it's kind of like every loan is like a snowflake, and there's a person's situation. It can be extremely cumbersome and problematic, and you have to figure out how to take that person and get them through the guidelines to close them. And so that's one of the things that I think that Mortgage University, we spent a lot of time on just how to structure a loan. There's over 30 modules, about 150 hours of content just on how to structure loans, because just if you don't have the right verifications for cash for down payment, if you don't have the sourcing of the deposits, if you don't have the way that the income is going to be verified, if you might think you have a loan, but if that's not done the right way, then if you don't structure it right, the loan's not going to close.
Right.
So we spent a lot of time on teaching people how to structure. Then we also have Chris. Chris is actually he's a different bird. He's been in the game for over a decade, and you came on board 2 months ago or something?
Yeah, about a month.
About a month ago. Okay, yeah. 5 weeks ago. He had already been in the industry. Yeah, if you don't mind, just kind of, telling your story, man.
So yeah, I've been in the industry for over 10 years. Going through Mortgage University, I wish I would have had that type of knowledge available to me when I initially started, because, for example, I was on the wholesale side of the business before coming here. And on the wholesale side of the business, one of the products that we don't offer is down payment assistance. It's just not available. So coming here, I really didn't know about it, but I knew enough about the loan process to catch on. What I was telling Angelo, though, is that, I wish I would have had Mortgage University available, 10 years ago, 15 years ago when I got into this industry. Yeah. It would have made, my learning curve that much quicker, and I'd be way ahead of the game as opposed to now, which is okay. You live and you learn. So where I'm at now is just perfecting my craft.
Right.
I'm in this for the long haul. I'm in this. This is a career for me. So this is just going to sharpen all those skills, sharpen the program skills, and just make that next step to becoming that senior experienced loan officer.
Do you think that with learning like these different products, that it's going to help you to monetize more further and boost your income?
Yeah, definitely. I already see that now with the amount of business coming in, and just having more tools in your tool belt, so to speak, when you go out there and you talk to realtors and borrowers, and having that amount of knowledge behind you, it's just going to make you seem that much stronger. And I definitely, see it now with the amount of productivity that's coming in. So, I expect, I know DeAndre's goal was to do 100,000. For me, I'd rather be at a couple 100,000 for the year, once I'm in for at least a year. But we'll see. And I think, through this system, that could definitely happen. It's very doable.
Right. That's one of the things that we really want to take people and help to build them up. If you tell me your goal is to make 100 grand, I'm going to show you how to do that. The biggest thing that I can tell you from whether that actually is realized is your ability to adapt. Like I always tell you guys, it's not the strongest, it's not the smartest, it's not the fastest, it's the people that are the most adaptable. All right, and you have to be adaptable, just like a chameleon. If I'm telling you, hey, you got to be doing this at this time, and you have to follow the schedule, then that's what needs to happen. If your willingness to adapt to that's going to really determine how well or how soon it takes you to do it. And so, but even people that have been in the industry for 10 and 12 years that we've worked with, they'll tell you that, joining the company and studying under Mortgage U and the products has really changed their life and helped to give them expand their knowledge and become more successful. And I also want you guys to talk to Jesus. He just joined us a couple of weeks ago. If you don't mind kind of going into your story a little bit,
yeah,
talk about, you came from a way different industry.
Yeah,
man.
Completely different background. So pretty much I used to be a delivery guy, truck driver, pretty much, So all of this is brand new for me. I've been working here for about 3 weeks now, and Mortgage University really has helped me out a lot. I came here knowing nothing, completely new, and I feel like I'm already learning a lot just from watching the videos. And the great thing about it is that you can always go back and rewatch it, and learn more that second time, third time around. If you find yourself with a question that you don't know the answer to, somebody might ask you, you're like, okay, I remember seeing it from this video. You can just go back in there and click on it, and it's there for you to watch again. So it's been really helpful for me, just the way it's guided as well, in the selling aspect and the closing aspect, and just knowing all the different type of loan programs that there are is just it's very helpful.
Why did you want to come work over here? Get into mortgage, and really, that's a huge shift. I mean, you have a family. There's a lot of risk with that. I mean, why would you want to do something like that?
High risk, high reward. So I know that it's very, very difficult. Well, in the beginning, just with all the brand new information that I'm receiving, like I said, with this program, it's been helping me out, and my goal is just, like DeAndre said, to reach that 100,000. So, it's very inspirational having some of these guys around here, knowing that they've only been here for such a little time, and the stuff that they've been able to do because of it. So that's really what I want to do, and that's why I decided to join the mortgage industry, because I know that with a lot of work, hard work, and dedication, you'll be able to make that money.
Yeah, and one thing that I would add to that is that, I mean, I don't know if you guys out there, when you're watching this, if you're seeing a common thread that a lot of people in life, they get good at the wrong thing. And for example, like you probably came to a place in your life where you said, hey, I'm getting older, I have a family, and what am I doing with my time, man?
Yeah.
Right? And it's like self-actualizing to say, hey, I'm not where I want to be. And you know that you can do more as a man. And so, and that's something that the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you might be somewhere in your life where you're not happy, and you know that you deserve more, whether that you want to own a home or be financially free. I grew up very poor. I was homeless. I lived on the streets. My dad left us when we were kids, and I had to take care of my brothers and sisters. We were sleeping in a car. Our car got repossessed from us. I was probably one of the hardest workers. I mean, I worked 17, 18 hours a day just to try and make ends meet. I was, working 3 jobs at Kroger and Academy, and as a chef in the restaurant business. And I realized that, hey man, I was making like $2,500 a month. I was like, I'm working all these hours and I'm not making any money. How am I I see these rich people driving these cars and having these houses, and they don't ever have to worry. And I was like, I want to learn how to do that. How do you do that? And I went and found books. I found a mentor, somebody to teach me what to do, show me what to do. I don't know what to do, but if you get in the right environment with someone to show you the way, they can help you to become successful. And this is something that I can help you with, or learning about mortgage and lending and credit. If you're out there and you want to know about it and you want to make a good life for yourself. Now that, fast forward 12 years later, and I've made millions of dollars in real estate, and I'm passing on this knowledge that my brother and I have accumulated and distilled down through Mortgage University, so you guys can watch it and learn it to become successful. And we also have live support, so if you have questions, you need to call in, or even if you want to come by the office, we can help to train you and develop you. So it's not just you just go watch a video, we can also help you with our support. We have skilled people that are here to help you, to teach you if you have questions, you need to learn about a one-time close construction or a renovation loan. There's people here on staff that will help you to become successful, because that's really the thing here is that, if you guys can take your life to the next level, it's not just about you. You're married, you have kids, everything changes, and your zip code changes, your wardrobe changes, and that's really what we're about here, is taking people and from where they are and taking them to the next level. And if I can do that for 1,000 people in my lifetime, I mean, that I'm gonna make a lot of money on. But more importantly, that there's gonna be the ripple effect. Is there's gonna be so many people that are gonna be changed and helped to be put in a better situation. And so, if you're somebody out there that wants to make a change in your life and you want to take it to the next step, please reach out to us. You can click on the link below to get signed up and get started. We are offering right now, it's a free trial to start for the first 30 days. You don't have to pay anything. It's 100% guarantee. You just click on the link below, get started. You can set up your account, start training on Mortgage University. Whether you work for another bank or a credit union, or you're a seasoned pro that's been in the business 10 years, it could really help you out to to learn more on how to enhance your success with real estate and credit lending. So guys, thank you so much for coming. I know everyone's really busy and taking your time out. If you guys have any questions out there, give us a call or send us an email to our support desk. We'll be here to help you. Thank you so much.